literally you sit in a room with stacks of music, and from old school to new bands, and just he came in and he said, I have this song. It might be out in left field, and he downloaded MP3'd it to me at home, and I watched it, and I was like, this is, as soon as something works well, it just, the whole scene comes alive. Without that song, the scene, I don't think, would have been what it was. And it rocks. It just, we women need our sort of, you know, big bar fight scene. And that's sort of what it was for me. I was like, if we're going to, you know, injure ourselves doing all this stunt work, we should be able to have that rockin' music that guys usually get to have. So that's what it was. And the song just laid in perfectly, and it was one of those moments where, like, the gates of heaven opened. And thanks to Spiderbait, they rock. They're really great. In Hollywood, there is, not just Hollywood, anything that has media. So there's media here, there's media, you know, everywhere. Hollywood is the mecca. I guess that's where the good plastic surgeons are. So that's where people go. But I think there's such a need to feel great about yourself. And I think what makes you feel good about yourself is dictated by what's in the media and on the magazines. No one in a magazine takes a picture of a beautiful woman who is not stick thin, who hasn't been made over by a great hair and makeup team, who has not been airbrushed, who has not been dressed in the most incredible clothes and pinched and twisted into the perfect position. No one wants anything other than that on the cover of a magazine. I think the media is responsible for the image that they project, and you know, if that's what you're told you have to look like to be accepted, then I can see that, you know I go through magazines, I go, why don't I look like, you know, Kate Moss? I should be able to look like Kate Moss. But I'm not, you know, I'm not tiny like that. I'm a brunette, I'm a healthy girl, and I'll never be Kate Moss. But Kate Moss is beautiful in her own right. I've got what works on Mondays and doesn't work on Wednesdays. But in terms of plastic surgery, I think if you're going to do it and you feel that's necessary for you, find a good one. Save a little more money and just accentuate what's already beautiful about you. I don't think we're supporting what I was saying in this film is what's unique about people. You know, we're saying if your nose was just straighter. If I listened to someone about my nose years ago, I wouldn't look like myself. My nose is crooked. My sister broke it. You know, my features are off. You know, I'm athletic. I'm not a great hanger for clothes, and I like that. But I like it now. I didn't like it, you know, 5 years ago when I was struggling to cram myself into what was on the page of a magazine. So I'd say it would be great if magazines could start photographing real people and allowing, I say when I shoot a cover, don't give me boobs that I don't have and don't take away a butt that I do have, because that's me. Thank God for when I see real women on a magazine, I go, it's okay for me to be this shape or to, you know. It's a hard question to answer because I say if it makes you feel good, do it. I like myself more every morning I get up, which is a fortunate thing, and I also have the luxury of knowing that if you feel good inside, it's inevitably going to show itself on the outside. So each person is different, and if it makes you happy, do it, but don't do it for any other reason other than pleasing yourself. You know, when it goes to pleasing external forces, you're going to constantly be on that treadmill trying to change, and, you know, the fads change every year. So you'll be in the plastic surgeon's office a lot, you know. So there's a lot that makeup and hair can do to cover up things.